guys, Natalie Willis here from the Baby Sleep Trainer. Today we're talking about, is it really a sleep regression? Is whatever is happening with your baby's sleep, especially overnight, but maybe also for their naps, really a sleep regression? I find one of my biggest jobs as a sleep coach is disavowing families of misinformation that they read on the internet and sometimes even in books or things they've been told by family members or friends. Sleep regressions, that term, it's thrown around all the time. Anytime a child has a disruption in their sleep from an illness or travel or for reasons a parent can't identify, they think, oh, it's a sleep regression. Is it a sleep regression? Well, it depends on what you mean by sleep regression. I believe that there are 3 true sleep regressions that happen to most kids around the 4-month mark, around the 10 to 12-month mark, and one final run, and one final one around the 2-year mark. I have resources and blog posts about this on my website if you want to learn more about those particular regressions. But outside of those regressions that tend to happen to most babies, I don't consider other disruptions in your child's sleep a regression. About every month or 2, sometimes more frequently, you may find that your child has a hard time sleeping for any number of reasons. And often you're not even going to be able to identify why your child is having an off night of sleep. I actually have off nights of sleep quite often for any number of reasons. Some people, like my husband, tend to sleep really well every night, but some people are just more prone to having disrupted nights, and babies are no different. If you find that your child is going through any physical or mental or developmental milestones, that's going to be something that disrupts their sleep, but I don't necessarily consider that a regression in every case. Maybe they have a tooth that's erupting and kind of bothering them. Maybe they have a cold that's coming on, something else. Maybe anything woke them up and they're just having a hard time going back to sleep. It's really your reaction to their random wakings that determines whether this one night sleep disruption turns into a long-term issue. Incidentally, you deal with the other real kind of official sleep regressions and random disruptions in your child's sleep exactly the same. So it doesn't actually matter what's happening, whether it's a real regression or just a disruption in their sleep, and it comes down to your interaction with them overnight. It's really important here to categorize infants and toddlers into 2 different categories here. Kids who know how to fall asleep independently, those kids are already sleep trained. Kids who don't yet know how to fall asleep independently, so ones who rely on parents or props or anything to help them get to sleep, those kiddos are not yet independent sleepers. If you have taught your child to be an independent sleeper, if they are already sleep trained and they experience a disruption to their sleep or a sleep regression, identify that there's nothing else that's going on with them, meet any needs that you discover that they do have, and then allow them to fall back to sleep independently. It really is as simple as that. They may have some protesting or something to say about that, but usually it will be isolated to one night as long as you don't begin to assist them to sleep or interact with them too much overnight when you know that there's nothing wrong. Now, the other category of children who are not yet independent sleepers, they will also have these disruptions to sleep, but they will actually usually last a bit longer because your child really doesn't have a skill set to access. When they wake up for whatever reason, regression or otherwise, if they don't know how to go to sleep on their own for naps and bedtime, they're not really going to know what to do when they wake up in the middle of the night. And so you're really not going to have any choice but to help them. And if you find that suddenly your child is in a pattern where they're waking a lot and needing your help a lot, this is a really great time to explore sleep training and explore teaching them how to fall asleep independently, because that's pretty much the only way that you're going to be able to resolve this issue is by teaching them to become an independent sleeper. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel.